Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. I'm your host for today's live stream, and my name is Connor. Welcome, everybody, back to the channel. Really happy to have everybody here. And let's hop right into this crypto market because it's an absolute bloodbath right now. I want to go over what I'm seeing in the charts and what I see shaping up from here. So, taking a look at CoinGecko, before I get into this, shout out to everybody here in our live audience. Be sure to smash that like button on your way in here. Really does help out the YouTube algorithm here with the channel. We also have Silvadalo with us. My man Silvadalo saying, getting ready for an action-packed live. We have All Day Dre with us. Dre says, brutal right now. Hope you're all meditating and working out. It's taking a toll even on the seasoned vets for sure. For sure it is right now. We have Bergen County Real Estate with Tyler Sellers. What's going on, my man? Good to have you. We got Elvis. We got Armzilla doing his flexing, and we got Reverend Flashback as well saying, how are you? What's going on, Reverend Flashback? I'm good. How are you doing? Also, Johnny, Sly Cash, GSZW. Appreciate all you guys. Thanks for being here. Let's get into this live stream. Also, we got Gary saying a great video about Cubic. Thank you. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed that video. We'll talk about that as well today. So looking at the overall market, it's just a sea of red. Altcoins are getting absolutely smashed. And I want to start off addressing the altcoins and what might be happening. So this was interesting. I wanted to share with you all today. Here's a tweet by Romano. For those that don't know, this guy saved the industry back in before the 2017 cycle. I won't get into that, but if you know, you know. Anyways, interesting things are happening. So Jump Trading is one of the largest crypto VCs, and they are essentially selling hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Ethereum right now. And the word on the street is that they are insolvent due to altcoins bleeding so much. All right. So basically, even the biggest people in this market right now are underwater and hurting. I think it's a pretty obvious and clear statement to say that a lot of people are getting slaughtered right now. I know traders myself, like people I know personally, that have just been wiped clean, right? Not holding spot, like trading, obviously using derivatives. But you know, this market has wiped them completely clean. So yeah, it's very interesting stuff happening. Let's start off with some humor as well today. So here we have a tweet. Just checked my crypto portfolio, live reaction. It's funny. At least I thought it was. Now, yeah, it's an absolute bloodbath. Crypto VCs going down. Let's get into this price chart. So Bitcoin right now has lost $60,000, which is not something that I expected personally, but here we are. Very interesting. 1 week ago, we were up here at range highs, and I did have my bull goggles on. I was bullish up here. I'll admit it. Due to the clean sweep of the lows down here, strong reclaim. In hindsight, such an obvious short, right? Just continuous lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, more lower highs. So in hindsight, a very obvious short up at the range highs at 70K BTC, but I did have the bull goggles on. I was expecting a retest of the all-time highs, but we just got straight out rejected. And we are now back to the daily 200 EMA and back to our, you know, kind of pivotal range lows. So remember, just as price, everybody's crazy bullish up here. Everybody's in desperation bear mode down here. This is a very emotional, very emotional market, and it has been in the past 4 months, and that's clearly seen with this Bitcoin chart, right? All of these crazy swing up, swing down, swing up, swing down. Remember, if the market is composed of people trading, right? That's what makes price action. Well, then the chart reflects those people's emotions. And I mean, this just ping pong up and down is a very clear kind of depiction of a very emotional market. And yeah, we're back at the range lows and everybody is crazy bearish. So what do we want to see? Well, we really want to see some kind of consolidation start to form down here. All right, because truly, oops, I don't want to do that. Truly, we're seeing no relief. We're seeing absolutely zero relief right now. We have aggressive selling consolidate. aggressive selling, some consolidation, aggressive selling. It's very controlled aggressive selling we're seeing. So we need to see a slowdown of this controlled aggressive selling. We want to see some kind of price action start to form, like what happened down here at 53K, right? Some kind of consolidation, something where people can step in and basically the bulls can step in and attempt to reverse price, because we are just seeing controlled demolition essentially of a dump, consolidate, dump, consolidate. All right, so we're back down in this region, and this is a must-hold region. I mean, what else is there to say? If this doesn't hold, we're pretty toast. But with that being said, I want to change perspective and look at a clean BTC chart. Let's see. Here we go. So looking at this chart on the weekly, it kind of gives a better indication instead of looking at, say, the 4 hour and just seeing such aggressive selling. So on the weekly chart, we've been chopping around here from the 4th of March. We had two key swing lows, 56K and also one down here at 60K. We took out both of these when price went down to 53K, and we reclaimed this range very aggressively, all right? This is why I anticipated price to actually go and test the all-time high up here, because of the clean reclaim, the clean sweep. We have yet to take out these highs, all right? We have yet to take out the high at 73,800 and this high over here at 72,000. So like I have written here, it does make sense to take out these highs just as we took out these lows on this weekly range. So some bullish propaganda for you right now to try and make you feel better, and also just to see a different perspective on these charts, because a lot of doom and gloom right now. Bitcoin here on this chart. I mean, the yearly open is the obvious level here. If we are to break down further, if we are to lose this low, price will gravitate to the yearly open like a magnet, but we're far away from there. I don't see that happening, right? I think there's a pretty decent chance that this is still the bottom down here, 53K. But we've been surprised a few times by this market, so be ready for anything essentially. Let me see what's going on over here in the live chat. We have DeMarcus saying, good morning. What's up, DeMarcus? Silva Dallas says, I think we'll come back hard mid-August until Labor Day. Yeah, it also is the markets always kind of seem to slow down over the summer, and we're seeing that. We got PT Minato. What's up, Minato? Good to have you. Jasper, what's going on, my man? Jasper. Silva Dallas saying, smash that like button. Yes, sir. Armzilla says, if you're not buying, your portfolio is dying. Altcoins, no recovery, but maybe Bitcoin. So let's talk about that, because this cycle has been very, very different. The VC altcoins, the layer ones that are like, supposed to be this world groundbreaking tech, they've been the worst performers by far. Here's Cosmos Atom. And this is really kind of shocking. This is really shocking to see, actually. Cosmos Atom on this weekly candle has broken beneath its bear market lows. And it is all the way down to prices not seen since December of 2020, basically 4 years ago. All right, just one example. I mean, AVAX as well. AVAX had a bit of a performance from October to March, but it's bleeding off very, very hard. It looks like the Burj Khalifa right now. Right, the new coins Arbitrum, just an absolute bloodbath dud. Did change my perspective on Arbitrum, and I'm glad I did. But yeah, what an absolute bloodbath. So your comment, NB, it has truth to it. It has a lot of truth to it. A lot of altcoins are just not going to recover at all from this. A lot of altcoins, I think, are kind of completely toast and we'll never see new all-time highs. And going off of that further, let's look at this Don Alt tweet. So he says, retail comes in every cycle with a limited amount of cash on hand. 99% of them lose. Memes have managed to drain retail as fast as they've come this cycle. So alts either need a massive influx of retail or a major shift in market conditions to finally go up. He's 100% correct. This cycle has been very, very different from other cycles. The meme coins made people extremely wealthy very, very quickly. And all that money never found its way to other fundamental altcoins. And now, of course, that's obvious in hindsight. When it was happening, a lot of us were still expecting, and it still can happen. Like, things can change, but, a lot of people were expecting fundamental altcoins to perform a lot better than they did. They just could never catch a bid. They just never had any interest, no demand. All right. So unless we see, right, a change in market structure, change in conditions, or we have a lot of retail come in to this market, a lot of altcoins are just simply not going to recover from here. Hugo says, hey, Connor, what's up, Hugo? Disclosure, can you check Gary? We'll look at altcoins in a little bit, get into the Q&A. We got Raphael. What's up, Raphael? Good to have you. My man, Reverend Flashback says, we have a CME gap at 59.2K from around 1 month ago. We'll look at the CME chart 1 second. I'm checking Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance as well, just continuing to rise. People are going all into Bitcoin, basically. Let's see. Do I have the CME chart here? Yeah, here you go. So yeah, there's that gap to fill here. We got Raja saying, yo, what's up, Raja? We got Annabelle. Happy to have you here, Annabelle. Joey Joe says, I don't know. I think once the market actually pumps, all alts will pump. I don't agree at all. Yeah, things are very, very different from 2021, 2017, 2013. The amount of altcoins, the amount of dilution there is among altcoins makes it so not all altcoins will pump. There's just simply too many choices. There's too many choices for retail to buy, right? There's 15,000 different cryptocurrencies. So not all altcoins will pump. A lot of them will just never recover, but there will be huge winners. See, Blue Tensor, which category do you think will bounce back strong from here? I think it's the obvious ones that have been basically performing best all cycle. I think AI coins will bounce back hard. I do think memes will bounce back hard just because they're established at this point in time in the crypto world. And people like to trade them because they have volatility. Right. So I would say AI, memes. Other than that, RWAs eventually I think will take off. But yeah, all the ones that have basically performed this cycle, I'm not sure a new narrative or a new sector will come back, emerge. We'll see. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on now. So altcoins, hard rejection here from this trend line. And we're basically back to these very pivotal range lows. Similar to, I mean, this chart looks very similar to Bitcoin, right? This $500 billion level for the total three is equivalent to 42,000 on Bitcoin. So yeah, I mean, it looks like altcoins want to come down here to the 500 billion level, unless we decide to hold this low. But very aggressive selling currently. And the total two, they look very similar as well. So yeah, not a lot of relief we're seeing. Not a lot of relief at all yet. There we go. So we'll spend a little bit more time on Bitcoin, then I'll get into more altcoins. This is the area where we need to see some lower time frame price action start to develop. The high 50s. We need to see the high 50s basically start to put up some support, or we are going to melt like butter through that low of 53K. $56 is your level. I mean, we're at one now. At 59, but realistically speaking, 56,500. Let's watch. I mean, it is a weekend, right? So we'll see how the week shapes up. Let's watch this area for some price action to develop, and maybe we can spot a reversal. I doubt it's going to happen over the course of this live stream, but this is where we need to see some price action start to shape up if we're going to continue to stay range bound. But remember, like I said at the start of this video, it's very easy to be overly emotional. Just as people were crazy bullish up here, people are crazy bearish down here. And there is the scenario where we just continue to range for BTC. But obviously that's Bitcoin, and altcoins are a completely different story. Altcoins are a completely different story at the moment. And we have ETH down here at 2,800 looking abysmal. All right, ETH. Well, if it wants to slow down, this is where it's going to slow down. Otherwise, it is coming right here. It is coming right here to the 2,500 level. But remember, we have crypto VC selling hundreds of millions of dollars of ETH right now. So I think that's a pretty clear depiction shaping up in this chart. Just heavy aggressive selling. Make that a little bit bigger actually, because this yearly open is so close. ETH looks like it's going right down here at this moment in time, unless we can get a Hail Mary and the support of 2,800 holds. But multiple taps on support typically means that the support becomes weaker. All right, this is like the 5th or 6th tap currently. So yeah, we may see this just fall through. And let's take a look at Solana. I mean, it looks better than both Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it still looks quite bad. The reason I say it looks better is because it's still above its, very important range lows. Now, the Bitcoin, ETH about to break its range, and Solana, right? These are the big three for a reason. Let me put these up. Never mind. It'll take too long to do that. Anyways, the reason I say that, holding holding range low. ETH, yeah, barely, but yeah, ETH is broken below it at this point. These look like just horrible sideways choppy consolidations on Bitcoin and Solana. Ethereum is breaking down from its consolidation right now. But yeah, Ethereum or Bitcoin and Solana are like, they just look like abysmal consolidations. But altcoins look like they have completely broken market structure. All right, so yeah, we can't really deny the weakness right now. Solana currently looks like it wants to minimum come down here towards 120, and decent chance we see that yearly open as well at that psychological round number at 100. But again, we'll see what happens because it's a Sunday, so we'll see if we have some lower time frame price action develop here in these range lows, and we can spot a reversal, right? Just as these range lows have held every time in the past since March, April, right? They can certainly hold again over here in August. Time will tell, and it's going to happen this week. We will get an answer. But the majors, if you thought the majors look bad, we haven't even looked at altcoins yet. I showed you Arbitrum, and I showed you Cosmos Atom, and those are pretty good examples of how altcoins look right now. Right? If you think Bitcoin, ETH, and Solana look bad, just wait a little bit. Let's look at some altcoin charts, and you'll see what really looks horrible. Anyways, let me see what's going on in this live chat. Joey Joe says, once Bitcoin breaks 100K, you'll see massive amounts of money flood the market. Joey Joe, I completely agree with you. I made a video at the start of this past week, a week ago, for the mastermind, and I basically was saying that I don't believe the bull market's over. And when we do break the all-time high on Bitcoin, that's when altcoins, if ever, are going to, pick back up. So whether we break the all-time high, or let me word that properly. Whether we only break the all-time high and never crack 100K, whether we go past 100K, the key to seeing money come in is Bitcoin going up. Right? That's because it's all over the news. It's all over everybody's, social media, whatever. People get excited and optimistic again. That's what causes people to buy altcoins, right? Because they see Bitcoin going up. So yeah, you're completely right on that statement, but it's going to start when Bitcoin takes out these highs at the all-time highs. And I think that's going to be a huge kind of boost for everything. Igor, what's up, Igor? Oculus, what level is CME? It's 59K. 60 to 59. Tony Pacino, Yo Connor, what do you think about ton memes? I think they are going to follow the general market for the time being. The market is not the same as it was from February to like May this year. February to May was, looking back on it, just kind of completely insane. Right, here's February. We peaked out in March. We had our second peak over here in June, at the start of June. And then really from there, it's been just a complete bloodbath week after week. But in regards to ton memes, it's the same thing as Ethereum memes. It's the same thing as base memes right now. It's the same thing as Solana memes. Sure, you might have the rare outlier do really well, but for the most part, there's just not enough liquidity flowing around right now to see any kind of sustained rally, any kind of sustained momentum. And they're going to suffer the same fate as all the other blockchains memes currently. When things change, I think that the Ton blockchain is one of the most promising, newer layer ones out there. So I think they'll do really good. I still think Redo is probably going to be the main player if ton memes do make a hard comeback. But this Redo chart currently is toast. Okay, it's toast. It broke its range low, and it is coming to the origin of the pump down here. Go ahead and isolate this. It's coming to the origin of the pump down here at 17 to 10 cents. So yeah, that's what I think about ton memes. No different than any other blockchain's memes right now. We got Michael saying greetings to everyone. What's up, Michael? Joey Joe. What I do is pull up a chart and I put it in the 1 year time frame. If that coin has performed well and had the initial pump, regardless of how far down it is right now, I think it will pump again. I like that, Joey Joe, right? Winners tend to keep winning, something that myself and a lot of successful investors kind of preach that mantra. Winners keep winning. So if a coin has performed well in the past, and fundamentally speaking, nothing's really changed, it's not compromised, then yeah, I agree with you. I think it will pump again. All right, that's like I made a video on Cubic today, posted it. Right, Cubic, it pumped harder than most altcoins when the market moved in the past, right? From bottom to top, it pumped like 35x. So yeah, I'm expecting that this and a lot of other charts look similar. I mean, AI in general, right? Look at the AI coins real quick. Let's look at the best performers. Delicium. Well, it looks like it wants to fill the circle. Oof. It looks like it wants to fill the circle now at the yearly open. Although it probably finds relief at 10 cents. But yeah, you know, coins like this, amazing runs. In hindsight, it's obvious. Although I didn't necessarily expect when Delicium starts ranging like this, it's a buy. That's a buy. I didn't necessarily expect it to break down from this, but yeah, it's gonna now basically form a new bottom accumulation range. And yeah, Joey Joe, you know, coins like that. I mean, all of these. Chlor, same story. AGC, they all look the same. Dynex, Lithium back down to 150. FET below $1. A-Cash blowing past the yearly open. A-Cash was better than most. All right, it was only down like 50%. But now it's catching up to all the other AI coins, all the other altcoins down 67%. So anyways, no AI coin is special right now. No AI coin is safe. They are all getting slaughtered. Jasper says, Connor, if you look at the total 3, what nice flag do you see forming? What flag do you see forming over there? It seems to be on its last wave, wave E. I mean, I'm not necessarily an Elliott wave chartist. So when you say wave E, it's not like I immediately pick up on that and I know exactly what you're talking about. I mean, this looks like the ABC, if anything, right? Or sorry, it's wrong. Like this. The ABC corrective, and then we basically want to see it come out of that. But again, I'm not an Elliott wave chartist, so all I see is basically denied at resistance. I see a support zone, bottom of the range holding, but barely right now. And Yeah, like I said earlier, total 3 to 500 billion seems very, very, very likely. 500 to 450 billion down here. Season 3 OG, what do you think about Jerry Banfield's views on crypto? LOL. So I haven't watched any of his videos from like last October. I only know about that guy because he was the biggest BitTensor Tau hater. And back then in October, there was very little people talking about Tau. There were some. I was one of the few. Wasn't the only one, but I was one of the few on YouTube. And Jerry Banfield was the guy who just like really, really called it the biggest scam on earth and got proven wrong. But yeah, I mean, this guy clearly, I think physiogamy is real. So with a guy's face that looks like that, it's very hard for me to take him seriously. Real quick, if you don't know what physiogamy is, I'll tell you. So face reading is the practice of assessing the person's character or personality from their outer appearance, especially the face. Yeah, something's wrong here if you ask me. But anyways, that's what I think about his opinion. I don't think anything of it, basically. Ponky is cheap right now. Everything is cheap right now, man. Everything is cheap right now. Wow, this is at 30 cents. Well, it's back in the green zone. If anybody was waiting for that, here it is. They are exiting their position. Whoever was holding this is out now. But the way this looks, 25 to 20 cents. I would want, if I'm going to buy this, I want to buy this down here, the bottom of the green. Let's see. Fly 75 Rye. Crypto has become too scammy. How can someone feel comfortable buying this asset class and then get straight dumped on? This may be my last bull run. I'm selling everything come 2025. Brother, I don't think you're alone when you say something like that. I think most people are probably thinking the same exact thing as you right now. So I think that's just general market blues. Crypto goes up because of greed. It goes down because of greed. That cycle will never end. It will look different every time, as we've come to know. But you know, the cycle of human greed in markets will go on for until the end of time. So, I mean, even if you do exit and this is your last cycle, the cycles will continue with or without you. But I mean, most people probably think the same as you right now. Let's see. Jerry Blandfield, shady guy. Yeah, physiogamy doesn't lie. Raja, thinking of consolidating my portfolio into Tau, stake and bow out from checking price for at least a few months. Yeah, I mean, Tau is definitely kind of solidified as the one of the AI leaders, and the staking is very, very generous. So it's not a bad idea. I mean, you're still subject to market volatility, right? It's not by any means safe. You're just kind of consolidated into one very promising project, and you're staking it, so you are earning, you know, interest on your position. It's not a bad idea. I mean, Tau has been one of my best holds. It's been one of my best buys this cycle. So yeah, it's not a horrible idea. I think some diversification is a good idea, just in case Tau does end up flopping, which I really do not see happening. But yeah, there's pros and cons to every strategy. So if the pros and cons weigh out for your situation, Raja, well, I don't think it's a horrible idea. Connor, hope you're doing good. Not being shaken by fake FUMO on the market. All of D Sun and they are calling a fake recession. Just try to shake out weak hands. Anyway, forward ever, I'm still bullish. Yes, Michael. Doing good. Thank you. And good to hear you're still bullish as well. And we'll take a look at Gari for our guide disclosure. $5 million market cap on Solana. This is a very, very tough project to succeed, right? They're going up against YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. A very, very competitive market these guys are in, right? Creator economy. I don't know. I've seen projects like this pop up. They always come and go, fizzle out. Like XCAD. You guys remember XCAD? It's Crypto Wizard still tweeting about this trash. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't know. I've seen projects of similar nature to Gari come and go. And it's a very kind of tough competitive niche for something like that to succeed. See, we got an opinion here from Digger. Digger55 says, party's over. The Fed are orchestrating a controlled demolition to protect the U.S. dollar, recession, 2-year bear market. It's an interesting take on things. Memes ruin this cycle. Too saturated, extremely difficult to make good picks. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's objectively true. Kylo says, cheers, brother. Been a hell of a road since April. Hope you're doing well. Kylo, my man, it's good to have you. And yeah, I mean, it has been a hell of a road since April. I know this is your first cycle and you joined at like the best time. Like you joined at this year's peak so far. So it has been a crazy road since then. And in an ideal world, it's not over yet. But we will see. Joe says, what are your thoughts on Nero? So I believe the one on ETH is the real one. I know there was a big thing. They made like 3 different Neros, as you can see here. I'm pretty sure the one on ETH at 115 mil is the real one. But basically, my man Elvis asked me the other day in the Crypto Empire community Telegram chat, asking me about Nero on ETH. And at the time, it was 163 mil market cap. And I said I wouldn't touch it. I don't see it sustaining the pump. And I still have zero interest in this. Right? When a chart looks like this, you guys have to remember, when a chart looks like this, there's people that bought it here, and they are up hundreds, if not thousands of X's in unrealized gains. They're sitting on hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars on unrealized profits. And there's multiple people in those positions. Okay, it's not one person. There's multiple people that bought it early that are sitting in those unrealized gains. This is why meme coins fall 90 to 99%. That's the fate for most of them, because there's too many people and too many unrealized profits. And it is a game of musical chairs. The music stops, right? And if you're caught holding the bag, you make $0, right? You're up 100,000 that can disappear in an hour, because all the other holders that are also up 100,000, they decide to sell. That's why you never buy charts that just start out like this and just straight up vertical, especially memes for sure. So price prediction for this, I don't have a price prediction. I think it's going to retrace a large part of this pump. I wouldn't be surprised to see it at like a $20 to $30 million market cap. And I just wouldn't be interested in bidding something like this. I know this is supposed to be, what is it, Doge's brother or something they're saying. I don't know the thesis on this one, but yeah, Nero is not my cup of tea. Oh, and Elvis just asked me as well again, thoughts on the recent hype. I haven't paid attention to the hype. I'm not following those people. I'm not, in that circle of crypto X where they're talking about Nero all the time. I saw it a few times on my timeline, but it was nothing crazy. I didn't really see any crazy hype around it. I think it's gonna, like I just said, let's see this market cap chart. So this wick is 37 million market cap. I would not be surprised to see it come down here to that level. Let's see. Is A0 dead now? I mean, it certainly looks like that from the chart. Now, I follow a lot of A0 people. And basically, the consensus is that the A0 Foundation has just been selling the whole time. So with selling from the team, it's not confirmed, but the way the chart looks, there's nobody else who is holding as many coins who can put in that amount of selling volume. So, when the foundation is selling coins, it's just really not a good thing. Talk about horrible performers, right? Really, really bad performance from A0. Is it dead? I mean, they still seem to be active and trying to make things work. One huge red flag is they hired Mario Nafal, who's like the most disingenuous person you could ever come across. They hired him for like marketing, and they did like town halls with him on Twitter. So that reeked of desperation. That was a very, very bad look. Like you have to pay that guy like tens of thousands of dollars for him to talk about your coin, and he does zero results. Like the price doesn't move at all if he talks about it. So yeah, not a good look from A0. Not a good look. We have Lawrence over here expressing his frustration about altcoins not performing. I think a lot of people feel the same, Lawrence. Will Render succeed now that it migrated to Solana? I mean, I think Render was going to succeed whether or not it migrated to Solana or not. I think Render is one of the best high cap coins in the market. The Core 4 still stands. The Core 4, guys, if you don't know what that is, if you're new here, it's about the 4 largest, highest conviction market cap cryptos: Caspa, Tau, Render, and Injective INJ. It's not changed, right? Those are still like the highest market cap coins I would buy, the best ones. Media manipulation will not let you crash into an election. Stock market, it's normal for it to dump and be lame. Yeah, Rich Money is on vacation right now, and August, September, usually things do pick up heavily. I mean, we're in the absolute thick of it. We're like in the eye of the storm right now, where we already got slammed by the hurricane. We're in the eye of it right now, basically. And yeah, ideally things get better from here. I think this is like, it feels like the worst of it. It feels like the bear market in 2022 right now does. And there's also crazy stuff happening. I mean, not to get into news or whatever, but crazy stuff happening in the Middle East. It is an election year. Weird things always happen in election years, right? Remember what happened in March 2020? We had a black swan. I mean, the cyber thing is shaping up. They've already started it, so maybe we'll get a black swan. Who knows? I want to do a meme scan. General meme scan. Andy on blast, 10 million market cap. Bobo down into this, broke past this zone actually. Let's take a look at this. Aggressive selling here on Bobo. Yeah, this is the level I had outlined, 60 to 40 million. It's here now. Let's see. Moo retrace this entire pump. Non-playable coin. Down to its range lows. Brett, 800 million. Broke through 1 billion market cap. Strong support here, though. Previous resistance flipped to support, so we'll see if this does hold. Can do on base. I mean, this has been, nobody's selling this thing. Holding 1.9 million really well. Can do on ETH. Can do on ETH. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, this is back down to 118 million. It's actually very surprising how well this coin's holding. I mean, from a 4 million market cap to 250 or whatever down to still at 120. This is holding better than like 90% of altcoins in the market right now. A meme coin. Burf at 1.3. Yeah, everything is slaughtered. Let's see. How about that Kuji shit show? What happened with Kuji, Silvadala? I mean, I never liked Kuji. Reason being, if you guys remember, I was really big in Terra Luna. I mean, I lost damn near my whole portfolio in the Terra Luna crash. But the reason, Kujira was a project building on Luna, and then Luna went down, and they're like, "Oh, we're going to continue to build and make our own chain, algorithmic stablecoin, whatever." I mean, it smelled bad from the start. Oh my God, it rug pulled, I guess, huh? That's a straight up rug. Straight up rug. One moment. I'm going to do a brief scan and see what the heck's going on here. All right. Well, some wisdom. Never stake for a potential airdrop. I made this very clear. Don't do this, all right? It's something I did in 2021, and I vowed to never do it again. Never stake a coin for airdrops. It's the worst move you can make. Tia, wrecked. Kuji, wrecked. Anybody who did this got wrecked. Never do that. Anyways, this guy, if you're going to bid here, nah, this guy's an idiot. I guess it blew up. It didn't rug. It just like blew up. Buy the dip. Buy the dip, Kuji. Insane. Insane, some people. Anyways, this is why I don't really like to check Twitter. Just these people's opinions, really. You can't take in too much of that. It makes your brain rot. You think FET will make it? What does that mean, make it? It's a very broad, make it's a very broad definition. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by will FET make it. It's coming down to the yearly open currently. It's coming down to 70, 75, 67 cents. I'm not sure because I know they did their merger. What's the merger coin called? Is it AIT? I don't remember. Fed Ocean and Singularity all merged together into one. I don't know. I think Tau is better than FET. Kylo the dog says, learned a whole bunch this run. The Empire was a catalyst of so much knowledge I've gained. I've been wrecked as a part of the process. The Empire fam has been valuable to me. Thanks, brother. Kylo, always here for you, man. Always here for you. And I know you went crazy on like low caps. Played them very aggressively. So, I mean, that's a fast track to learning a lot. This is all normal. We're not in alt season. Keep DCAing good coins and it will work out. I agree with you there. That's also what I think, being that I haven't changed my opinion that I don't think that this bull market cycle is over. There's the chance it is, right? It's always probabilities, but I think there's a greater probability it's not over than it is over. All right. So with that, right, if there's a greater chance we go higher than we go lower long term here over the next, say, 6 months to a year, then I think if you're an investor, you have to stay through this. You have to get through this period, right? Investing is not a linear journey, especially in the crypto market, because the crypto market's been the highest risk reward market in history, really, right? Since the tulip bubble in like the 1600s, right? All you had to do was buy tulips in the year 1600, and you could have been rich if you sold the top. Same thing with crypto. All you had to do was buy Bitcoin in 2012, right? So easy. So easy. Anyways, back to this comment. I agree with you. Look at this weekly candle, though. I agree with you. I do think that coins will perform well. Look, if this was the top of the cycle, for Caspa, it would make sense because it went up 1,000x. Let me do a quick scan of these coins. Cubic, we want that higher low, but it's kind of looking unlikely. Space Mesh breached through that $1 level. Injectives coming down to 14. Naka retraced everything. Prime only 50% away from my buy at $3. I mean, all of these charts they all look the same. And surprisingly, Router Protocol is holding up better than most. Where are the haters now? Quick scan, and I mean, everything just looks. Somebody's painting these charts like an artist because it's the same artist doing every single one. Wow, every single one. Lithium looks the best out of every chart we just looked at. ALPH looks the best, besides Caspa. IXS doesn't look horrible, but it doesn't look great. Interesting. Very interesting. Supposedly a dev sold a bunch and their LP got liquidated. All right. Yeah. When the dev sells, very hard for a project to recover. Kuji chart is smoked. Fact Kuji. We got Giga Trump on base. I didn't know they had a YouTube account. Giga Chad, what's up, Giga Trump? Let's take a look at G Trump. So, like most Trump coins, pumped on the Trump news. The whole market pumped on that Trump news, but then basically they announced Kamala, and they're manipulating the media to make it seem like she's like leading in the polls or something. Just complete utter garbage and nonsense. I think anybody with a brain and critical thinking realizes that. But anyways, that Trump pump was very short-lived, and yeah, Trump coins all pumped there. You can see it in the chart, but I mean, just like the general crypto market, it could not sustain the pump. So this is now at a 275K market cap. Can it come back? I think if Trump wins, for sure, it can come back. But this meme game is very, very high risk. So never buy more than you can afford to lose. Had a great run initially. I think it can make a comeback, especially, I mean, we need Trump to win the election, basically. That would be the catalyst. But yeah, I think this looks very identical to many other kind of Trump memes and memes in general right now, following the overall market. Feel like we are at mid-2020 and we will chop until we get up only for 6 months. Very well could be. And with this selling, not on Bitcoin, but for altcoins, it's very rare we get a V reversal. Usually it is a long reaccumulation and then go up again. Let's see, Elvis. Coins like Naka and Exchange are down below your entry from the free ebook released in September 2023. Are you going to be buying more if you've taken profits already? Those are not my first picks to buy more of coins like that. No. Those aren't my first choices to buy more of. Why are you shaking? I don't think I'm shaking, but if I am, might be because pre-workout and gym before this. But it also just could be my desk shaking from me moving. But I don't think I'm shaking. Any thoughts on Brent and liquidity there? Yeah, we talked about that. At 800 million was a previous top, previous resistance. So if this level doesn't hold, well, it's looking like it's coming down to 400 million again. Do you think render came down enough to get a 10x? Yeah, I think render can go to $50. I do. $45, I think is possible. If we get a true altcoin season that I expect, yeah. We're back in only 2025. I would not say that, no. Similar to how the market bottomed in October 2023, I think fall of this year. I mean, even this month in September, the way these charts are shaping up, I mean, we get a reversal this month or the next month, you know, that could be the bottom until we peak at the cycle for until a new bear market, right? Main bags are bread and Ponky, holding up pretty good compared to others. Think they will bounce hard when the time is there. I mean, yeah, those are two solid memes. The thing is that no meme is special, right? They're all subject to the market's going to decide their fate, right? But yeah, I mean, Ponky was holding up. These were holding up good until the past 2 days. The past 2-3 days changed everything with the structure of these coins. They all broke very important support structures. So they were holding up better compared to the rest, but now they're kind of following the same fate. But I do agree with you that they have very good potential to perform when the market does bounce. And what about Pepe? Pepe looks horrible. I was looking at the chart earlier before this. It looks really bad. Really, really weak chart right now. Why? I mean, just lower highs, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower lows, looking like it wants to make another lower low. I mean, it's just in a downtrend. So I would not be surprised to see it come back down and come into this demand level down here. Yuri says, at least leverage interest rates are the lowest I've ever seen. Yeah, that's funny. Nobody's trading. I mean, it's not a time to be taking on risk right now in the market with derivatives. Right? There's a time to take on risk and there's a time to not take on risk. And I mean, this is not a time to take on crazy risk. So that's why they're paying you to trade. What about sats? Well, it had a beautiful bounce from that double bottom bullish divergence formation at the start of July. However, it made a lower high. Okay, so for this to be the bottom, you need to see it go clear the high and make a higher high past the level. So it didn't do that. So this is still in a downtrend. Still in a downtrend, and yeah, I mean, it's coming into strong support, but being that the trend is your friend until the end, you have to think it's going to at least test the bottom again. Why take risk with leverage if you can buy cheap spot? I mean, you only touch leverage if you're a trader. Buying spot, I would say, is more, you can trade obviously, but buying spot is more of an investor's route. I mean, you only touch derivatives if you're actually a trader. If you don't take the risk now, then you don't deserve 10 to 20x on these coins. Pete Brett Ponky. Can GRT go to 50? I mean, for sure it can. That's just a revisit of the yearly highs. Would I choose this as my coin to hold? No, definitely not. I know the tokenomics are, unless they change them, the tokenomics are very, very in favor of the VCs. So this would definitely not be my first choice. I wouldn't touch it personally. Can it go to 50? It can. I just wouldn't touch it. Smash the like and also subscribe. Appreciate you, Silvadala. What does it look like, Brett? There it is. One zone here, 800 million. Next zone, 400 million. Broke the range low and very heavy aggressive selling. I did see Crash tweet earlier that Gilbert Burns is sponsored by Brett. Crash must have paid him out a fat bag, at least like 50K to put that in his YouTube channel. Yeah, presented by Brett. So, I mean, look, Dev's cooking. I think Brett's probably one of the most established memes. Anyways, guys, we've been live now for over an hour. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. If you haven't noticed, content has started to pick back up here at Crypto Empire, and we're not going to slow down. So if you are new here, be sure to subscribe to the channel and join me throughout this next week, as I will be posting videos and going live and updating you on this current market situation. And again, we want to see some lower time frame price action start to develop down here in the high 50Ks for Bitcoin, or we are coming down to the yearly open, simply put. But this is a very key region, 60K, high 50Ks. If we're going to make a reversal out of this, it's going to be from this area. All right, so let's watch and see if we have some kind of bottom form. Just as everybody's crazy bullish down here, people are crazy bearish down here. Very emotional market. I wouldn't let the market's emotions affect you. This too shall pass, and I think better times are ahead. But at the same time, let's say this was the end of the cycle. Would you be emotionally prepared to handle that? If not, reconsider your strategies, right? Because, I mean, this market is it's a harsh place. And the market does not care about your feelings. So there, like I said in this stream, there's a greater probability we go up than another bear market from this point, but it's a game of probabilities, all right? So there is the chance that it's all over. I don't think it is, but let's say it was. Would you be emotionally prepared to handle that? It's important. It's important to consider these things. Anyways, I leave you with that, with some pondering, not to kind of end it on a down note. It's just the truth. The market is always a game of probabilities. Again, I think there's a greater chance we go up and make new all-time highs and go down and enter a new bear market from here. We will see. Hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Guys, join the free Telegram group. Link is in the video description down below. And I'll see you all very soon here at Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. Hope you enjoyed this stream. Smash that like button if you did enjoy it. Appreciate your support. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you aren't subscribed. Welcome if that's the case. Happy to have you here. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Connor from Crypto Empire, signing out.